Hi! If you like these videos, press like and subscribe on YouTube. Check out the Facebook page, Messages of Love from Beyond. There's like little quotes on there and stuff. And if you like a private channeling session, message me. And let's go. We've decided today to speak about something that is pressing on your heart, as if it is squeezing it so tightly it can't breathe. It is fear of love. Fear of love keeps it like this tight, so squeezed. When it becomes compressed like this, it becomes almost the usual way for your heart to be. So you don't notice anymore. You don't notice that it's compacted. You think it's beating just like everyone else's. You don't really know what is going on in anyone else, but you think it is beating like a normal heart that you would see in a book. It is not. The heart that we speak of, and those of you who have it understand. When there is certain fear in your life, fear to live, fear to experience new things, fear to love other human beings, fear to connect with strangers, fear to speak to someone in authority about something that is wrong. Each time you do not do these things, it is tighter and tighter on your heart, you see. And now your heart, you see, is beating just a little bit like this. Beating so slowly and such a small little heartbeat, as if it is ill. Your heart is sick, you see. You want to know what you're supposed to do about it. Because now many of you have come to understand that you're not living a full life. Your heart is not free to beat as large as it can, like this. Laugh, sing, connect with others. Don't be in fear. Not be in fear of repercussions. But to speak freely from your heart, you see. That is when there are no possible repercussions, because you are speaking the truth. The energy comes from your heart and out. It does not matter what comes back. It doesn't matter what comes back. When you allow your heart to speak the truth, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you see. And soon you have a little smile on your face all the time. You don't know why. People are saying, what are you thinking of a little joke? Why does your face have a little smile on it? But really, you are thinking about the energy that is in the universe, that comes and goes to you. That is when you speak the truth and allow your heart to speak. Now, what to do with this fear that is actually the cause of this? Of course, we must just dig it out and throw it away. We're going to bring up a word you also don't like, but the truth must be told. Your ego feeds your fear. And many of you say, oh, no, I do not have an ego. I've made sure of it, which is the ego speaking, of course. That particular sentence we will explain. As small ones, you come to understand that you were quite disposable. So you had to make a place where you would be valued, so you would not be extinguished. That's the basic truth of it. When you made this life, you made a life where others would depend on you, you see. Oh, I will do that for you. You can't do it, I'll do it for you. That person is now dependent on you, which is what you want. So you have a right to live. And this is your ego speaking. And it does not speak loudly. It is a sneaky little thing, so you have not heard it say this. That is why we will say it. And you can decide after if it sits with you or not as truth. The more humans that depend upon you, the more your ego grows in secret. It says, oh, I'm such a nice person. That's what your mind will say. Your ego is saying, oh, thank goodness they're more dependent on me. Now I may be allowed to live here now on this planet. Because now there are more that depend upon me. More and more and more depend upon you. You gather them. You gather them, you gather them. They're your insurance policy for survival, you see. You do not like the sound of that in the slightest. As a matter of fact, you have a certain distaste and you have turned away from listening to us. For those that are brave enough to face the known truth of their ego, we will continue, and we will have it removed from you if you so desire. So you have followed us thus far into a place you did not wish to go. So you are brave with this. And now look at us. Yes, we are all sitting here together because it is a common healing. It is a common noticing. It is a common unveiling of truth, even if it is dark. It will disappear momentarily. So we are sitting in ego. We are creating others who depend upon us so that we will survive and be worthy of the human body that you are sitting in. Now, if you were to be removed from your body, all of those who you think are depending upon you will still survive and go about their business and perhaps be a little better off without you. Oh, that is painful to hear. Humans are not meant to be linked to one another in a dependent way. They are meant to jump about and sing and dance on their own right, with their own connection with Source, with their own non-physical support team. They are not to be dependent upon you, and you are not to be dependent on them. So, we are pretending now you have dissolved. The others are skipping about. Take a little peek. Look, they've all disappeared. They're going skipping and picking flowers, flying kites. Look at that business. They're all off. Now, rematerialize. You are standing here alone. As you stand here alone, are you worthy of human form just as you are? There's no one depending upon you because they think you've disappeared. There's only you standing alone. Only you. Now that you have come into this standing alone place, stay there for a moment, for heaven's sake. Most impatient humans ever. Stay in it for a moment, because we wish to tell you what the universe thinks of you standing all alone, and everyone else thinks you've disappeared. You ready for this? You are precious to the universe. Your very being is valuable to all. Your energy is important to add to the mix of all other energies that exist. You have a valuable role to play just by existing, just by living your own full life. You are precious too. You are a precious soul. You were born that way. You will leave that way. It doesn't really matter what you do in the middle. You are a precious soul. You are highly valued. Each that is in human form is a brave warrior that has been chosen to come into human existence, specifically as you are. You are precious to the universe, just as you are. You are love encased. You are a human form of love, just as you are. You are highly valued and precious, just as you are. You are a prince and a princess. You are royalty. Royalty in a spiritual realm. You have been chosen, and you are perfect in your way. You are highly valued royalty. You are precious. And you are you. There is much love here for you. Namaste. Oh my God. It's overwhelmingly beautiful. It's beautiful. What to say? I never been called a princess, but oh my God. When they say it with so much love, it just is so meaningful. I hope you enjoyed that.